Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for joining me. So today we are going to be using this lovely palette here that my friend Amy sent to me. It's the Flower Desert Lights. I really want to use all shades in this and showcase how foiled they are, because they are really foiled. If it's as good as the Jungle Lights palette, I will be extremely happy, because I've got a neutrals one. So we're going to be using this, and I'm going to be using some shades out of the Glamlight Ice Cream Dream palette that my very good friend Beauty Dreams by Naomi sent to me for Christmas. So I'm really happy to have it. This is such a stunning palette. So that's what that looks like. Real pretty. I think today I'm going to keep it really minimal. I want to go in with orange cream, I think, and then maybe something to deepen it out a little bit. I haven't decided yet, but I need my eyeshadow base. Okay, so just let's go in with the W7 Prime View. Right, I'm just going to zoom out a second and then I'll zoom back in. So we're going to go in with the W7 Prime View. This Prime View is really good, but you don't get a lot of product in it. Most of it feels like air. Now we need to just set that base. I'm going to go in with the palette that I've been using for quite a while now. Well, for the last few rotations, and I've hit pan on it. So it's just that shade there. And I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques brush. I've barely been using this powder here to set the face. Normally I just use it for underneath my kind of contour area and set it that way, but I haven't really been doing it. It's just really for the eyeshadow base and to clean up. Right, so now we're going in with the Glamlight Ice Cream Dream palette. So again, that looks like that. I'm going to go in with the lightest shade, which is Orange Cream. Sorry, I'm probably bringing it in too close. It's that one there. And we'll go in with this brush here. So we're going to use the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH33, and it's just a nice salmon pink shade. Like I said, we're not going to be doing anything too elaborate with this palette. It's just mainly for the crease shade I need it for, because obviously that Flower Beauty palette doesn't come with a crease shade, does it? So doesn't come with any mattes, but that's fine. I could quite happily use that as a companion palette with my other matte palettes. I don't really have too many matte palettes. I've got the Jason Wu one that Lucy's Unboxing Life sent to me in I won a giveaway. That's really good. It's a really good formula. So I'm glad I won that giveaway. At first I didn't know whether I would use it, but I have used it a few times now, so it's nice to have that. I think the only other, actually I've got two Urban Decay or matte palettes. I think I've got the Naked 2, or is it the Naked palette, I can't remember, and the Ultimate Basics Naked palette. So I do have a few all matte palettes, but not many, because I'm more of a shimmer girl. Let's put some of that in the outer V. Obviously we'll deepen it out in a second, but we need some colour there. Right, I want to go back in with that powder, this one here, just to clean it up a bit, and to put some on the brow bone. Right, and I don't know whether to put this one in the outer V here. Sarah Rose was saying that it looks good in the outer V, so I might see just how good it looks, because she really likes that palette. So I'm going to use this Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH I don't know if it's JH41 or JH47. I've got a feeling it's JH41. It's cracked all the way down it. I just can't believe it. I can't believe the brush is cracked. And it is a shimmer. I wouldn't normally go into the Art of E with a shimmer, but it's not as shimmery as the rest of the palette. Right, let's blend it out with that brush I used first. It's blending out really, really nice. Doesn't even look like a shimmer, so I mean, you can definitely see some glitter particles. Now I'm facing the window here. And if it's looking dark, guys, I do apologise. It's after 4 PM, so... In fact, I think it's more verging on 5 o'clock. Nearly 5. Oh, I really like that though. So that's worked out well. And I think I want to use this. I think this one's a duochrome. And I don't know if I'm going to need glitter glue, but we'll try it without. Oh, it feels so good. Like, some of it is a little bit powdery. Oh, I haven't zoomed in. Sorry, guys. Right, so I'm just going in with that shade there. Oh, yes, that's nice. You don't necessarily need a glitter glue. And Sarah Rose said because they're like cream to powder, you do have to kind of go in. Don't put a lot on all at once, otherwise it will look chunky. So I'm just building it up slowly. I do want a bit more than that on though. Last bit on this eye. The only issue now with this palette is, I mean, that shade might go in the inner corner. I don't know if it's going to be a bit too dark, but let's try it. I'm going to try using this lip brush. It's from Cala, C-A-L-A. So yeah, I'm just going to, so the first shade in this palette, sorry, I'm getting carried away. So the first shade in this palette is called Sahara. So that's what we used first. And now we're going to go in with Mirage. This one here. Looks like it's gone in my eye. Yeah, this is a nice inner corner. Bit more of that though. My only concern is with this, is with lids like this. It's like Essence and what's the other company, Wet n Wild. I just hope it doesn't come off eventually. Then, because then the eyeshadows are going to dry out because it's cream to powder. Now, if you've had this palette and you use it quite regular, has that happened? Really hope it's not. Right, so for lash line, I'm going to go in with that deep brown that I used from the Flower Beauty palette, which I didn't tell you the name of that either. It's called Terra. So again, it's that one there. So we're doing quite well. We've used 3 out of the 6 shades already, but I do want to do looks with them all. Not necessarily kind of on camera. I mean, I will show you the looks and then we'll talk you through how I got those looks, but doing them like this takes up time. I mean, I might do it. Yeah, that looks really nice. My under eyes though are looking really dry. So you'll just have to excuse that. So we've used 3 out of the 6 shades now. I'm really pleased with this so far. I've used 1 of the shades out of the Glam Light palette, so I can't really speak for that. But the shade that I did use, I really liked it. I do feel like I need to go back in with some of this powder, which I'm using a lot of it today, but I feel like I need to kind of blend it out a little bit, and this does help. Yeah, so that's that. So let's go in with mascara. Today, because I know how the Patrick Tar one performs, I think I'm just going to go in with this Essence Get Big Lashes. I'm not too sure this is working for me at the moment, and if it's not, it's getting decluttered. Some mascara has gone onto the lid. It's not unusual for that to happen with Essence mascaras. I don't know why, but they always transfer. Hey guys, so it's just a quick one. I've got most of my eyeshadow on and my base makeup. So for eyeshadow that's already on my lids, I use the Jason Wu, is it the Agave palette? Yeah, the matte Agave palette. And first of all, I went in with this lighter shade in the palette there to set my base. Then I went in with this shade in the crease. Right, so I don't know why that's cut off, but I'll talk you through how I got this eye look in a second. So I'm just going to go in with the I Heart Revolution Cranberry Lip Gloss. I got this in a Christmas hamper by I Heart Revolution for Christmas this past year. Okay, so let's get back into it. So basically all I did, I'm going to tell you what I did for the lash line. All I did was go in with that deepest brown shade in the Jason Wu Agave palette. Then I went in with the I Heart Revolution Cranberry Lip Gloss that I got in my I Heart Revolution Christmas hamper last year, and that's the shade on the lips. It's really pretty. It's a lot, I wouldn't say it's thicker, but it's a lot more opaque than I would have given it credit for with it being a lip gloss. And this is the look that I created. I feel like that lip gloss goes really nice with the overall look. So I'm just going to quickly talk you through it again. I feel like you will have seen most of it, but I'm just going to take 2 seconds now. Well, not 2 seconds, 2 minutes now to talk you through it. So first shade in the Jason Wu palette was this cream ivory shade. So I used that to set my base. And then I went in with, sorry, this shade here. It's like I would say a medium matte brown, and then I went in, that's for the crease, sorry, and then I went in with the deepest brown in the palette for the outer V and lash line, and then I went in with the Piece de Resistance in the Flower Beauty Desert Lights. So good, guys. On second impressions, on first impressions, it's a really beautiful palette. So then I went in with Red Rocks all over the lid, and just left a little bit of space for Sahara, this one here. So at the moment we've used 4 shades out of this palette. I want to give them all their moment to shine. I'm not too sure about this one because I feel like this is a completely different formula to the rest of the shades. I feel like it's more of a satin. We will try it all over the lid to see how it looks. So this concludes the video, guys. This is the overall look. And I'll see you tomorrow for look 3. Hey guys, so we'll be doing day 3, look 3. So yesterday I didn't do the look on camera. I thought I would do that today. It's really late, hence why the light's on. But we're just gonna crack on with it. I checked the lighting in yesterday's video and it wasn't too bad. but I think it's slightly later than yesterday. I put it on one of the lowest settings. So I'm just going to use the W7 Prime View a tiny bit. This tends to go so far, like I've only got a bit here, but I put it on both fingers and it tends to go quite far. I might not have enough, but yeah, I think I do. Right, so back in with the Jason Wu Agave palette, and again we're going to use this lighter shade in the palette here. They don't have any names on them, so I'm just taking this Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush and we're just going to put it all over the lid to set that primer. Right, and I feel like I want to use a different shade to the one that I used yesterday. I used this like darker shade on the middle row yesterday. Let's go in with this shade down here. So it's one of the lighter shades on the third row. We'll use the same brush as I used yesterday. So it's the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH33. I really like this Jason Wu palette, it's nice. Just going in to the crease. Kind of flicking it out. Going with a bit more. Right, and then we just need to go in with a darker shade for the outer V, and the deepest shade in the palette is going to be this brown, so we're going to go in with the brown again. Not with any of those brushes, we're not. So I'm going to take the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH40. Really deepen out that outer V. I'm not even zoomed in, sorry guys. I want to give it like a nice wing effect, which it's coming along nicely here. That'll do. Okay, and then I feel like going in with this one. So it's like a brown, but it's got like a red. I wouldn't say duochrome, but there's definitely some red in it. And this one hasn't got the same texture as all the other shades. It's more of a sateen. So we're gonna put that. Oh, it's nice. Gonna put that on the lid all over. I remember watching Sarah Rose's video and she said when she thought she got this palette she wouldn't have much use for this shade. I don't know if she's tried it all over the lid because I've not seen her use it all over the lid. I don't think she's done 1 week 1 palette with that palette. So next time she asks I might ask her to do it. But obviously she'd have to bring in a matte palette, so maybe she doesn't want to do that. I'm going to take this all over the lid actually. I was going to leave like a little gap. That is looking smoky. Like in a sexy way though. I'm really enjoying using this palette, guys. It is so beautiful. And even this shade that I didn't think I'd like, I'm obsessed with it. I feel like a red lip would go really, really nice with this look. And I've not used a red lip yet so far. Bit more. I mean, look how dark that is. Right, so for the inner corners, have we got the brush here? Yep. I feel like... Right, so what shade is that I've just put on? Terra. I've used this before, but not all over the lid. I'm going to go in with Mirage now. This one here, am I? Yeah. And we'll just put that in the inner corners. I've used that before as well, just on the inner corner. Oh, that looks nice. It's like a really nice champagne gold. It's really, really pretty. That is just absolutely stunning. Right, mascara. I'm just going to go in with the Essence Get Big Lashes. Still trying to figure out what I feel about it and whether I should just declutter it. And I don't know whether to go back in with the Jason Wu shade here or Terra. I think I might go in with Terra from the Flower Beauty palette. Since the Flower Beauty palette is meant to be the focus of the eye look really. Yeah, let's go in with some of that for the lash line. I would say these palettes are some of the best drugstore out there, if not the best. Quite a bold statement as well, because you've got quite a lot of good drugstore brands. You've got obviously Flower Beauty, Colourpop is a good drugstore brand if you can get them in your country, of course, whereas if you get them sent to UK it kind of works out at a higher end cost. Some of Revolution's is okay. Trying to think what else I use in drugstore. There's not really a lot that I use in drugstore. I've kind of gone over to high end now, especially with eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to go back in to this shade here. Tell you what is quite good for the money. Cosmic Brushes eyeshadow palettes. The new palette, the Muse, is only £18 and I think Serenity was £20, and then the Royal Rose palette I think I paid about £6 for it because it's the Seconds palette. But you can't tell, guys, I was actually looking for that palette for a friend and they don't have it anymore, not the Seconds one anyway, and the Royal Rose and the Serenity palette are out of stock. And so's the Muse palette. It's just come back into stock and then has gone back out of stock straight away. So they're really inundated. Get hold of it, guys. The formula there is kind of second to none. So like I said, I've got the Royal Rose and the Serenity. I would really, really like the Muse palette for my collection. I think that's the only palette I want. Who's that? Oh, it's Lisa. Hey, Lisa. We're nearly done anyway. I just need a lippy. And there was a Maybelline Superstay that I wanted to use. So it was this one. It's this Maybelline Superstay ink crayon. Now the Maybelline Superstay liquid version of this, I don't like them, they're sticky. But this one is okay. I'm sure it's in the shade Hustle. Hustle in Heels, practically right. So it's just a really, really nice red. Let's get some of this on. Right, I'm just going to blend out the eyeshadow. I feel like it could be blended a little bit more. I'm just going to go back in with that first original brush I used. Yeah, it's definitely looking smoky. I like it though. I don't normally like a smoky eye. Not on me anyway. I feel like everyone else that does a smoky eye can pull it off so much better than me. I'm always saying to Lisa and Naomi, how is it every time you do your eye makeup you look absolutely stunning and I look like utter crap? They disagree. They're just really, really good friends for saying that, but I just feel that way. Yeah, I like that though. Really, really good. I'm really enjoying using it with this palette, so I think I'm going to be using this for the remainder of the week. So what have we used so far? So we've used this one. This one is Terror. We used this one. This one is Sahara. Did we use that? I don't think so. Yeah, we used Red Rocks. So we've used all that bottom row in Luxe. We've used Mirage for an inner corner a couple of times. I don't know if I'm going to use that all over the lid. I might try it. That'll probably be the last look. I'll probably just do that off of camera and just show you what it looks like. So now we've got these two shades up here then. So we've got Sol and Horizon. So I think I want to use Sol tomorrow and go from there, I guess. But this is the third look now. I'm hoping that you're enjoying it. So this is what it looks like. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow for look 4. So today we're just going to be talking about how I got this eye look. It's really, really pretty. There's not much to it at all. So we'll talk about the Jason Wu palette, but you don't need this. You can just have any neutrals palette. I feel like this is fast becoming my all matte neutrals palette, guys. So this is what it looks like. It's got everything I need in it. So it's got this really nice cream ivory shade. Once I put that W7 eyeshadow base on, I always set it with something like this. So it's got that in the palette. I feel like you can see quite the dip here. I mean, nothing noticeable, no pan or anything like that, but I'm gonna obviously hit pan on that first because I use it all the time. And then we've got all these neutral shades here. So today I went in with, was it that one? Yeah, no, I don't think it was. I went in with this one here, and then this one, and then this one in the outer V. So really, really simple. All you need is like a mid-tone brown, a slightly deeper brown, and a dark brown. And then if you've got this palette in your collection, this one that we've been using all week, the Flower Beauty Desert Lights. I didn't use it yesterday because I was quite sick, so I didn't put any makeup on yesterday. So I feel like we're a day behind. But this palette, guys, is just absolutely stunning. It's really, really nice. If you're kind of sitting on this and thinking, well, do I really need it? The answer would be yeah, because it's nothing like what I've got in my collection. It's not even like the Beauty Bay formula. If I had to kind of put it up against something, I would probably say, yeah, it does remind me a little bit of it, but I feel like this is better. It's more foiled. It's just, I mean, let me show you the shade that I used today. Well, one of the shades that I did use today. Look how foiled that is. And let's swatch it on the hand. Glides so smooth. It's just absolutely amazing. So I'll put this shade on today. That shade is Horizon. And then in the kind of like inner portion of the eye, I put that shade on. That shade is Sol. I do want to try that by itself. And then I used Mirage on the inner corner. I don't think I'll be trying Mirage on by itself, just purely because I believe that's really just in the corner. I'll show you. It's like a pink, so I don't know. Yeah, that's it there. So I don't know if I'm going to be trying that by itself, but we're going to be doing at least one more look tomorrow with this lightest kind of gold in the palette. Really do love this palette on first impressions, so thank you again, Aimee, for sending it to me. I wouldn't have it if it weren't for you, and I really do appreciate it, as well as your friendship. It means the absolute world to me. But yeah, we're going to be doing another look with it tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about how I created look 5. So it's going to be an incredibly short portion of the video, this I think. So just the 2 palettes that I've been using all week really. So what we did today is we went back in with the Jason Wu Agave palette, and I just used 2 shades from this. So I went in with this medium brown, like it's quite like a red brown that was in the crease, and then this shade down here which is a lot cooler, that was in the outer V and on the lash line. So pretty simple. And then I went in with this beautiful palette here that I've really been enjoying. It's the Flower Beauty Desert Lights. I'm not ready to put it back, but if I've got time I'll do another look with it. The only shade I haven't used all over the lid is this one here, but that's mainly because I feel like that one is an inner corner highlight only, but the other 5 shades I've tested them on the lids and they're really nice. There was one shade, which shade was it, that I felt like it kind of didn't stay on the lid as long as the others. I'm sure it was this brown shade here, and that's the shade Terror, but all the other ones, which are pretty much the same formula, they just stayed put until I needed to remove my makeup, which was really nice. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea because they're kind of like a cream to powder eyeshadow, and I wouldn't say they've got glitter in, but they kind of feel like they feel a bit chunky, so you've got to like just go in with a bit at a time when you're applying it. But for me, I absolutely adore it. Today I went in with this shade here because this one was the only shade that I hadn't used. That one is in the shade Sol. I went in with Sahara. That's my favourite shade out of the palette for sure. I tried putting it on the inner corner, but I felt like it was too dark. Then I topped it off with Mirage, and that's the look I've created today. So this is what we're looking like. And lip products, I'll tell you what I've used. So for lip products, I used the Mrs. Kisses Mrs. Glam lip liner. My friend Tracy sent me that over at Palettes, Perfume and Panning. I've not used it in a while and I thought I'd use it. I don't necessarily wear lip liner even with darker shades like reds. And then I used this again. I used this yesterday in my live and I really liked the way it looked. So this one is in the shade Lady Danger. Is this not me in a lipstick though, guys? If you know me and my channel, is this not the kind of red that I kind of gravitate to? It's a matte red as well, so it does stay put for a while. Yeah, I really like it. So this concludes the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time and support. I'll leave a playlist of videos related to this one that you might be interested in watching. I'd really appreciate it if you check them out. Please like, share, comment, and of course if you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to join our little fam, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.